Hi everyone, Shihan-Malcolm with a quick update on what's happening at the start of this year. Now, we normally have a start of year training event we call Kagami Biraki, which is all about everybody coming together, training together as a dojo, and people setting their goals for the year. So this year, that's made difficult, and I've tried to think of the best way that I can get everyone to be setting their goals and that, like we've done in the past. And what I've decided to do is we're going to have Kagami Biraki week, where we're not going to have a single class where we're getting everyone to come and train like we have in the past, because with the current restrictions, that's simply not possible. We'd have too many people here in the dojo. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our classes as normal, but in each class, I'm going to be talking about goal setting. We're going to have different goal setting exercises we're going to be doing through the week. Just like we normally do at Kagami Biraki, we'll be doing meditation. We always do meditation at the start of the class, but we'll be doing it slightly longer. I'll talk a little bit about Zen meditation and why Zen meditation is part of our training. And so we'll be doing that in the classes through the week and getting different people to be setting goals. And obviously this also means that because I'll be doing that with the different age groups, that we'll be able to make it a little bit more age group specific rather than having the whole dojo working together, which is great to do. I've got to say it is great to do, but it's going to have some advantages. Doing it this way is disappointing that we can't have that big training session at the start of the year, but I'm still going to try and get everyone thinking about why goals are important, how to set their goals, setting some goals, sharing them with people around them to help reinforce that. So that's goal setting. That's going to be our goal setting week. Start from the 1st of February for the whole week. We'll be doing that. I leave it until the start of February. That way, kids are back at school, people are back from holidays, most of the people are here in the dojo, and so everyone will be part of that. So that's the first thing, is having our goal setting week. Now, the next thing is current restrictions. We're back to training pretty much, except for some limits around the numbers and that means I have to juggle some things when it comes to like Kagami Biraki or the tournament we had, or other things that might have larger numbers of people. But most of the time for our regular classes, we're pretty much back to normal. We can have up to 50 people in the dojo. If we were using our outside training area, we can use the 2 square meter rule out there now and have up to 40 people training out there. So we're able to train pretty much as normal. All contact training's back. When you're training, now a few people have asked me about masks. So the current situations with masks is I'll tell you exactly what it says with the current advice on the website. It says it is strongly recommended you wear a face mask when exercising indoors where you can't keep 1.5 meters distance from others, except where that exercise or physical activity leaves you out of breath or puffing. Now, so what they're saying there is if you're doing some sort of physical activity that's going to leave you out of breath, anything that involves any kind of cardio work will leave you out of breath, obviously. Karate being one of those. There's a lot of things we do in karate that potentially leave you out of breath at different times. Then they don't recommend you wear a face mask. And that's quite clear from what they're saying. And all contact sports are allowed, so you don't have to keep 1.5 meters of distance. We can do all the contact training we'd like, and the recommendation is actually that you don't wear a face mask, because we're going to be doing exercise that will leave you out of breath or puffing. And the medical advice is that when you're doing that kind of exercise, they don't recommend you wear a face mask. So strongly recommended unless you're doing something like we do, and then it's not recommended. So I hope that clears that up. Now, for parents coming into the dojo, I know that for a while we didn't have to wear masks in the dojo at all, and now parents coming in, everyone coming in the dojo needs to wear a mask, and people who are training can take it off before class. If they hang around after class, they should put a mask back on. But parents coming in are supposed to be wearing masks right throughout the class. Now I know at times that that they can be uncomfortable to wear, but it's the same. It's the same as other settings where you're going at the moment. So, if you have an exception, you don't have to wear one. But if you don't have an exception, whenever you're going anywhere indoors, like if you're going to Bunnings or Kmart, you have to wear a mask. Now, I know if you're going to like a restaurant or a cafe, when you sit down, you can take your mask off. And that's because you're going to be eating or drinking. If you're coming in here and you're sitting down on the chairs, I know some people are sitting down and taking their mask off. You can't do that unless you're going to be eating or drinking. So if you wanted to bring a water bottle and sit down and keep hydrated while you're watching the class, then that would be fine. I can't imagine how that doesn't fit within the current rules. I'm hoping soon we get back to a situation where people don't have to wear face masks, but at the moment, if you're coming indoors and even when you're sitting down, unless you're eating or drinking, and don't bring food to the dojo, but if you bring a water bottle and you're drinking water, between classes, you'll see me, I've always got a green tea. I've been drinking green tea forever between classes. That's how I keep myself hydrated. I love green tea. It's really good for you. And we actually have free green tea. If you'd like to make yourself a cup of green tea, you're more than welcome. I've had free green tea at the dojo for the last nearly 20 years now, and not many people take up the offer of free green tea. I love green tea. If you're making a green tea, ask me if I'd like one, and if I'm not actually on the training floor and if I haven't got one in front of me, good chance I'll say yes. Anyway, that's a quick update on what's happening for the start of the year. Now, we also have a special start of year offer that I'm also putting some information out about. We're needing to increase our prices slightly. We haven't changed our prices for like 2.5 years. If you're coming along once a week, at the moment it's $17 to come once a week. It's going up to $19. I know a lot of places are charging way more than that. So it's going up to $19. Now, if you're coming twice a week, at the moment it's $29, which is really good value, for an extra $12 being able to do that extra class. We're going to keep it at the same price. We're going to keep all our fees basically at the same price until the end of February. So if you change over to that $29 offer before the end, or any of our multi-class plans, if you change over to that before the end of February, then you'll be locked into that price. We have an offer that I've had for quite a few years now, where whatever membership plan you sign up on, as long as you're training twice a week and you're not cancelling your membership or stopping training at any period, then you might keep that price for however long you're training. So if you're here for 10 years, then you'll be still paying what you started. So if people want to start doing an extra class, if you're only doing one class a week, and bump it up to 2 classes a week, you can lock in the current rate of $29, and you'll have that price for as long as you train with us. If you're doing if you want to do 3 classes a week, currently it's $34, or unlimited classes for $39. They're going to be going up to, it'll be like $32 for 2 classes a week, and $39 for 3 classes a week, and $44 for unlimited classes. So as you can see, we're not putting our prices up very much at all. For our unlimited classes, it's going up $5, and it's scaled between them. So I hope you all had a great Christmas and New Year. It was a challenging year last year, and it looks like this could be an interesting year as well. The challenges aren't finished yet, but we're training. We've managed to get through all this craziness we had last year, and in all that time, I think there was 2 days when I didn't have our regular class schedule running, other than the regular times we might have had other things on. But there was only 2 days when coronavirus actually stopped us training. I believe it might have been 3, it might have been 2. That was a crazy time of year when we were first going online. Now we've got everything set up. If whatever we have to adapt to, we can adapt to really easily. I'm hoping we don't have to, but we've got the outdoor training all set up. That's ready there anytime we want to use it. We've got 3 online stations permanently in the dojo. We can, in a few minutes, add a 4th and be back to our, full, delivering 100% online classes if we had to, and obviously we hope we don't get back to that. Hasn't been any cases in Geelong for over 3 months now. I think it's nearly 4 months now. There's been some cases in Melbourne recently. Great to see that cluster's been brought under control. So hopefully we'll be moving in the direction of not having to wear face masks and other restrictions easing a little bit soon, rather than moving the other direction. Anyway, everyone, us hope you're living your life with compassion and enjoying the journey. Us.